The San Bernardino killings in California before Christmas, and the worst terror attack on US soil since 9/11. Though the killers died in the shootout with police that followed, a mobile phone was recovered, whose secrets the police are desperate to crack to determine whether Tashfeen Malik and Saeed Farouk had accomplices. But the move to do that has run into fierce resistance from the iPhone makers Apple. Today, giving evidence at Congress, the director of the FBI said this was the toughest issue he'd ever faced in government.
I love encryption, I love privacy, and when I hear corporations saying, we're going to take you to a world where no one can look at your stuff, part of me thinks, that's great, I don't want anybody looking at my stuff. But then I step back and say, you know, law enforcement, which I'm part of, really does save people's lives. And we do that a whole lot through search warrants of mobile devices.
At the moment, if a phone is locked, you have 10 attempts to put in a password, and after that, all data on the device is erased. The FBI is demanding that Apple write new software to disable that function so that the phone can be bombarded with every conceivable numerical password until one opens it. But last night, the head of Apple said they'd gone as far as they can go.
Apple has cooperated with the FBI fully in this case. They came to us and asked us for all the information we had on this phone, and we gave everything that we had. But this case is not about one phone. This case is about the future. What is at stake here is, can the government compel Apple to write software that we believe would make hundreds of millions of customers vulnerable around the world, including the US?
There may not be another case like this. Apple is reported to be working on a phone that's uncrackable, even by its own software engineers. That may be a boon for privacy campaigners, less so for those whose job it is to investigate the activities of criminals and terrorists. Hands off our phones! This present case, though, will be decided in the courts, not by a small band of protesters outside the FBI HQ. But they're not an isolated minority. Polls suggest that Americans are split down the middle on letting the FBI do whatever it needs to, and the profound belief that some things, like the data on your phone, are none of the government's business. Jon Sopel, BBC News, Washington.